Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the UK. Today's project is this cute little Valentines or Galentines little gift box, which looks as if it's got two lids. Take that one off and I've got two sweeties, two chocolates in there. This one doesn't actually come off, it's just to give you that impression. So it just uses a small amount of card for each of the lids and a piece of designer series paper. So I'm going to make another one, show you how to make it. These little hearts here I have fussy cut from the designer series paper, so you can see that I've chopped out bits there to fussy cut some of them. And this paper and the other papers that I have used for this one and the one I'm going to use, which is this one here, all from the same pack that's called Sweet Talk. It's 12 by 12 and the colours in this pack are Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, Petal Pink, Pool Party Real Red and So Saffron. So on this one I've gone with Highland Heather for the card elements, and I'm switching that up to Real Red for the next one. So I've already gone ahead, fussy cut another couple of those little hearts to decorate the top of the box in a moment. This piece of designer series paper I've already cut down to 6.5 inches by 3 inches. So on the long side I want to score that, get that cutting blade well out the way, just score that at 1.5, then 3, 4.5 and 6 inches. Okay, now I have this piece of Real Red. I want to cut this down, I've not done this yet. So the bit for the bottom I want to be 2.5 inches square. Okay, and I am going to score that on all four sides at 1/2 inch. Okay, now the part for the lid I actually want to make a little bit bigger, so I'm going to just put a B on that to remind myself that that's the base. So this one, instead of being 2.5, I want it to be 2 9/16. So that is just one small section after the 2.5. So you've got 2.5 there, and I just want it to be one little notch more. Okay, and that's just so that the lid isn't too snug and will come off and on a bit easier. So that's all my spare card, and again I want to score this at 1/2 inch on all four sides, and doing it that way means that that extra 1/16 of an inch is on the top bit there, and that will give us that little bit of leeway on that. Okay, so I'll put that one to the side because I know that that is the top, so I'll put my little decorations on that over there out of the way, and then we can concentrate on doing the bottom of the box and the sides of the box. So bringing in my bone folder, just gently pressing this, because it's just designer series paper. You don't want to press too hard because you don't want to crack the paper. Just give it a little press like so, and just adding some glue along that little panel there and folding that over so that edge meets up with the piece there. It doesn't actually, it's got a tiny little bit excess. I clearly didn't cut that very well, but that's okay. And just bring my large scissors in and just run that along the edge there and trim that tiny little bit off. Okay, so that is the walls of the box. This is going to be the base, and I'll finish these as well. You can be a little bit more heavy-handed with these. Oops. And then just wedging these little corner squares into little tabs like so. Okay. Straight down on that crease line and just taking the little wedge out either side. Same again. Oops. So you end up with that shape there. Okay, now I'm going to build this just as I would do any other kind of box. A little bit of glue on each tab, fold that around, give it a little press, just making sure you've got a nice neat angle there. Do the same all the way around. Bring both of those inside, not one in, one out. Oh, getting glue everywhere, and just pressing those in place. So if that was a normal lid, I would want it to be a little bit bigger because I would want it to be able to come in and off and on. Not with this one. I actually want this to be really quite snug at the bottom. Okay, it does fit. I think just glue along the sides there, covering up that B that I wrote on there. Okay, there's no right way up or down for this piece of paper, thankfully, not directional. Just popping that in there and pressing it. You can use your bone folder to press, make sure you've got a good contact with the side of the base and your designer series paper. There. Okay. And with the lid, it's exactly the same process. I'm just going to quickly fold these over, they don't really need burnished. Same again, just chopping into those little squares at each corner. Okay, and I'm going to start this off just as I did with the other one, folding that around and holding that in place. I have the tiniest little bit that would annoy me, just chop that. Okay, so I'm going to put a good bit of glue on there, and then I'm actually going to glue that in place on the box. Okay, if you feel that it's slightly too loose, you can push it out a little bit, and then it would mean that you've got a little bit extra coming out the side like that, but you can trim that off. And that glue didn't want to stick there. Okay, so again, glue on both of these little tabs, then fold that over, hold it in place. Just check that you're quite happy with how tight or loose that is. Okay, happy with that there, just give it a good squeeze. Just double check that again. That moved. My lid's just a little bit loose, so I'm just squeezing that, and then I can trim off that tiny bit of excess there so it doesn't stick out, but gives me a nice neat snug fit, just like so. Pop in a couple of your chocolates. And just add your fussy cut puff hearts on there. Get myself a dimensional for the other one. Super easy. Now, if like me you've got a little gap in there, you can take a fine tip glue, put a little bit extra glue in there, and then press that down again, either with your fingers or again using your bone folder, like so. So that's much neater. And there, I've got a little gap in that bit there. I'd say probably take a bit more time than I did to make sure you've got a good seal first time around. Pop chocolates back in. There we go. Pull your lid back on. Super quick and easy. Great if you've got quite a few that you want to make and gift. Lots of lovely designs in this paper pack that you could choose from. And if you have heart-shaped dies, you can obviously cut that out, but they're so easy to fussy cut, I didn't bother getting mine out. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button. Until the next time, take care. Bye bye.